Hey guys, good day. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn two basic ways to grow money. And don't forget, this channel is about money, making money, growing money, and investment. So today we're going to learn about two basic ways to grow money. No other ways but than this. These are the only way to grow money. Number one, we have the traditional way, which is the safest form of growing money, which our forefathers usually know. The old people already know the systems. Let's start by that format, which is the traditional way, which is multiplication. We'll be using addition. This is addition, which is plus. For instance, let's say you have $10 in your account or in your hand. You want to multiply that $10 the traditional way. You could easily get this by 10 by adding another person's capital or another person's effort to grow that capital, which is the traditional way I've said, which will multiply your money with addition. 10 plus 10, it will give you 20, which is if you are using addition, if you are using plus. And this is the basic ones that has been since time, and it's working, and this happens to be the safest form of money. For instance, and it usually takes time. Yeah, it takes time. Then the other form is multiplication, which is times. Now this is only available to those that have learned. Yeah, this is not available to the public because it's only those that have learned a lot, that have learned about finance, that can understand this format of multiplication. For instance, let's say you have $10 in your account or your hand to multiply. Remember, the goal is to grow this money. Your goal is to grow it. There's a way to grow it small, which I've just explained, which is the traditional way, which most people know. And this other one, which is multiplication, this is times. The same $10, if you multiply it by 10, it changes to 100 instead of 20. This is the power of multiplication. You see the format. The previous one was around 10 plus 10, which is 20, which is you can grow it with the power of addition to grow it to 20. But by this multiplication, you add 10 times 10, it gives you 100. Now most people, this 10 times 10 usually carries high risk. That's why I said is for those that have learned, those that are learning, those that have learned about finance, those that have learned about risk, those that have some level of experience as well. These are people that can grow their money times 10. This also goes to any number of capital. It does not necessarily need to be $10. Let's say you have $1,000. This work the same way. You can grow it times 10 in a short period of time. The benefit of this form, which I just explained, carries high risk and carry high reward. And I will show you different platforms you can use to grow your money with this multiplication format and also with the addition format. So let's stick to this video. Make sure you like this video because this is not regular. So I'm just bringing this to your notice. So if you like this content, do it to like it, smash the like button and share the video to your like-minded ones so that they can get this information and use it effectively. Like I said, the benefit of this carry high risk and high reward, and like I said, most people will not be willing to do this because they carry high level of risk. They prefer the traditional way, which is maybe acquiring an asset and over time it will grow, let's say over times 2, which the first example I used, 10 plus 10, and it will give you 20. But they don't know that 10 times 10 can give them 100. You understand? What they lack is not the ability to grow money. They know how to grow money, but what they lack is the power, the speed at which the money can be grown. That is the knowledge they lack. You understand? Because most times they avoid risk. They only believe that 10 plus 10 is 20, and that's the only form of growth you can have for your investment. No, that is not the only form. There is a multiplication format which carries your money times 10 or even more, depending on your level of risk and your level of knowledge in the financial industry. In finance, this usually carries this usually have evidence. You have proof. Most people have done it. I've done it myself. So you notice most things I teach in this channel is what I teach, what I've done, what I've experienced. So I don't teach from people's story. I teach from my own story. So you can learn and ask your questions. You can have one-on-one conversation with me if you want to get the proof. And also I will tell you a platform if you can grow your money times 10 instead of plus. Instead of addition, you can grow your money with multiplication. And let me start from the one of the traditional way, which you can grow your money times 2. And that one is the way you can grow your money times 2 yearly. Most times you can acquire a piece of land. Let's say you bought it for $1,000, a piece of land. Let's say a smaller size. You can get it $2,000 or $10,000, depend on the country you are living in. You can't compare USA with Egypt. You can't compare UK with Switzerland. They are different. They are using different currencies, and their economy are never the same. Some are higher than the other. So if you are living in any country, the best way, traditional way, and the safest way is to acquire a piece of land. You acquire it and you let it grow. Let's say over time, it can grow times 2, times 3 over the years, and it usually take years for that to grow. And that is the traditional way. Another way you can grow that is to invest your money in real estate, and those things carry high capital. The traditional way usually carry barriers because it's only rich people or people that have high capital that can invest in that scenario, that can put their money times 2. They usually require high capital. So most people, mostly poor people, cannot do that because it's not what everybody can do. So it's only for those that have some capital, some basic capital, some high capital, or those that are rich that can usually grow their money in that form. That is the traditional way to grow money. Now, the other way, which is the latest way to grow money, which I just explained to you, the power of 10, which you can grow your money times 10 in 1 year or even a month if you are knowledgeable. So this will usually carry high level of risk, and the way this one goes, one way to grow your money times 10 is through trading. That is number one, through trading, and through investment. Invest your money into risky assets. That is another way to grow your money. You invest into risky assets that carry high risk, high reward, because everything work in proportion. Yeah, they work in proportion, they work equally. If any investment carry high level of risk, it will carry high level of reward. They work the same way. If an investment carry low risk, which is there's no risk attached to it, or there's little risk attached to it, because there's little risk, the reward may be little. You see this word called risk. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. That's how money work. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. The lower the risk, the lower the reward. That's how it is. So the way wealthy men build wealth over time, they live the traditional way, though they invest in the traditional way to safeguard their capital, and they go into the risky way, which give them higher chance of earning. For instance, you can see Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, after Elon Musk, is among 3-4 people in the list of the richest men in the world. Warren Buffett became billionaire, and he crosses above 100 billion when he's above 52 years. Above 50 years, 52 years, that is when Warren Buffett crossed 100 billion in net worth. Now, what this tells you that is he has been learning investing, he has been learning finances, he has been learning different topics, which is not common to everyone, which everyone does not learn. Most people run from finance, they even run from studying money because they don't want to associate themselves with anything digital. They don't want to associate with themselves with anything risk. They don't want to risk anything. So they go for the traditional way. So this are things practiced by wealthy individuals. The 10 times 10 formula, that is what rich individuals practice to grow their wealth in a short time. For instance, people that invest in Bitcoin 2010, like I told you, most people don't study finance, they don't study money. They just go hustle money and take care of themselves. They enjoy their life. They don't study about finance. They don't study about economics. They don't study about money. Now, if you study about money, you study about risk, you study about risk management, you study about reward, you will get to know this 10 times 10 formula. Yeah, you will get to know this 10 times 10 formula. The example I've just showed you, the traditional way and where you can grow your money. I've told you, you can acquire some asset, which is real estate. You can acquire properties, and over time they can grow in period of time. They can grow. These are traditional ways to grow money, and it has barriers. It's only rich people that can use that form to grow their money. The second way, which I just explained, that is 10 times 10 formula, anyone can probably do it. Anybody, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, you can do it. Whether you are poor, you can do it as well. It requires you having the knowledge. You can do it. And this example I just told you, you can do it through trading. If you are a pro in crypto trading or forex trading, because these are the basic way: crypto trading or forex trading. While forex trading is the higher one, crypto trading is the little sector which you can grow your money times 10 in a short period of time. Usually 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you can grow your money times 10 in those short period of time. Another way is through investment into risky assets like Bitcoin, for instance. Bitcoin is a risky asset. It's currently an asset because the US have established a way where citizens can purchase Bitcoin without needing to hold Bitcoin itself, which is ETF. So if you read about ETF, you will know what Bitcoin means. So most people now hold ETF instead of Bitcoin itself. So they trust ETF instead of Bitcoin. So if you want to know more about ETF, comment no more in the comment section. I will do well to make video about ETF. Now, for those that are interested in this sector, they must learn about risk. They must learn about risk before they can know about reward. Because the higher the risky the investment, the higher the reward you will get. So people that bought Bitcoin 2010, Bitcoin was around 500. No, it's not up to 500. Around $50, $30, $10 at max. Because 2010 Bitcoin it was not really accepted. It was not publicly accepted. It's accepted by few individuals, which make the price of Bitcoin devalued. Around 2011, 2012, people that bought Bitcoin, people that owns Bitcoin 2010, they become millionaires. Now 2012, Bitcoin become public to the general public, and everybody start acquiring Bitcoin because of what he did in this historical data, which is fundamental analysis. This is what we call fundamental analysis in trading. So because of what Bitcoin did 2012, people started purchasing Bitcoin 2012, 2013, 2015. They start acquiring assets. They start acquiring Bitcoin. Now this Bitcoin was a risky investment. Now there are other investments apart from crypto. There are also other investments, but these are the basic ways you can grow your money times 10 in a short period of time. I will make another example for you. Another example, but that will be another video. That will be in another video. Another type of investment that can grow your money times 10 in a short period of time, usually below 1 year. This is not traditional. This is the latest form of growing money. This is not traditional because traditional carry high level of risk, carry little amount of risk and little reward. But this latest form, this 10 times 10 formula, carries high level of risk and high level of reward. So people that bought Bitcoin 2013, 2014 because of what he did 2012, 2018, 2020, they become multi-millionaire in dollars, you should imagine what you should have become if you have made millions of dollars just investing in risky assets. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the example of risky investment that can grow your money times 10 or more over a short period of time. You can imagine 2013, 2014 to 2018 is just around 4 years. 4 years you become a multi-millionaire through risky investment. You can see how short time it is. Some people have invested and over a decade they have not made their money times two. It's happening. Why people just invested 4 years and they make fortune. This is an example of the formula I'm explaining to you. So if you are to choose between the traditional way and this formula, which is the latest we have just explained, you have to take two things to consider. Number one, there are only two things you have to consider. One, the traditional way carry low risk, which everyone can do. You can do it if you have the capital, which is advisable. I advise everyone to do it because nowadays you can't really survive without investment nowadays. If you don't invest in yourself, you don't invest in properties, you don't invest in assets, you can't survive nowadays. That is the current trend. So you need to invest. But the investment I've just explained to you, you have to choose. I'm not the one to choose for you. You have to choose either the traditional way, which usually goes for rich people or for people that have some high capital, or you choose if you have high capital, you should go for traditional, which will save your capital for you because it carry low risk and low reward. But if you don't want all your money to be sitting in the traditional form, you can transfer some of your funds into the risky ones, which will grow your net worth over short period of time, which will make you to choose this 10 times 10 formula. So choose wisely. If you have big capital, and I advise you, don't invest all your funds, all your net worth into this 10 times 10 formula because anything can happen in this realm. But the traditional way is has been proven for centuries. For centuries. So it's not something that just existed yesterday. The traditional way have existed thousands, even millions of years. You understand? Billions of years. So it has been tested over time. It has proven its way. So this latest form has not proven his identity for a very long time, but he has little evidence which can show. Most people have done it, and I myself have done some of it, and I've tested how it works. So I'm teaching you with what I've done, so you can do it yourself. For instance, you have $10, you have $100, you want to double it times 2 times 10 in a short period of time. You can try these platforms which I just explained to you. The platforms which you can use to trade, let's say you can use brokers, you can use exchanges. These are the two platforms you can use to trade either forex or crypto. Then the other forms you can use to grow your money times 10. I will make that video for you in another uh, time. So if you like to hear more about that, how to grow your money times 10, comment no more and I will make video for that for you guys. So this video I made it for you guys to learn. This is not the regular ones we used to make, but I just want to update you on this trend so that you can learn about investing, because there's no benefit of you making money without investing it. There's no need. You understand? If you make, let's say, $10, you don't invest it, it's of no use. You understand me? So that's the reason I'm giving you this update. So guys, learn from this and comment no more for part 2 of this video. Bye for now. Peace out.